Look how cloudy these headlights are right here. This is pretty normal for old headlights to do this. This is a 2008, so it's no surprise these headlights faded from the UV and got a little cloudy. But it's an easy fix. You probably got some mild abrasive around the house and just a buffer or some elbow grease and a little bit of effort, and pretty soon we'll be able to turn this into this. So let's get started and get this done. We're going to start this off with just some regular glass cleaner. This particular type of glass cleaner has got some solvent in it. It's got a strong smell when I use it, um, but it does a good job taking the top layer of gunk off of these plastic headlights, and they look clearer, a little bit clearer already. It's still pretty cloudy, but then I'm just going to take some rubbing compound. This is just some stuff I had in the garage, nothing fancy. I'm going to go over it with a buffer. You don't have to use a buffer. You can just use some elbow grease and it'll come off. Maybe not quite as easy, but it'll come off. I'm not using anything special, just regular turtle wax rubbing compound, and then I'm going to follow up with some polishing compound. And this is from Wally World. Nothing exotic, nothing fancy. And I'm just going to run over it until it takes the top layer of plastic and leaves me with a clear, smooth finish. This isn't rocket surgery. Anybody can do this. You can use any mild abrasive. If you want to use toothpaste, if you want to use baking soda, that will work. You can use sandpaper if you want, but you got to kind of be careful with the more aggressive stuff, and then you got to follow it up with finer and finer until you get a polish finish. Just makes it simple. Anybody can do this in a matter of minutes. Just a few minutes with the rubbing compound and a buffer, and then here are the initial results just from a few minutes of work. We'll give this a wipe, and you can already see that this is pretty clear. This is pretty clear already, and I could stop right here. This would be good enough. This would pass inspection. This almost looks like a new headlight. Let's compare this to the other headlight so we can see the difference just a few minutes of work can make. I'll pick the camera up and we'll go over to the other side of the car. And remember, this was the bad one, and this used to be the good one. But now look at the difference. Look how cloudy and yellow that one looks compared to this one over here that we just spent like 3-4 minutes buffing out. So you can see it's a pretty quick process. Um, like I said, it could be done right here, but me being me, I thought, would this improve anymore if I went over another pass with the rubbing compound? So I tried one more pass with the rubbing compound to see if I could get it any clearer with this grit. I am going to follow this up with the polishing compound, which is finer, and it should put a better finish on it, make it a little more clear. But I thought, let me try it again with the rubbing compound and see if that was so quick. Let me see if a few more minutes is going to make a difference. Spoiler alert, it doesn't. Not really noticeably so anyway. So a second pass with the rubbing compound, um, I think, is a waste of time. After I get this headlight wiped down from this second go around with the rubbing compound, which is the rougher of the two grits, you can see it might be a little bit clearer. It might be a little shinier, maybe, but I don't think it's that big a deal. Now here's the next day. I got rained out, so I had to put my efforts on pause, but the next day I went over it with the polishing compound and then put a coat of wax on it. So you can see it's definitely shiny, or it's definitely clear. The sun being nice and bright helps it look clear too. Um, but overall, I'm pretty happy with how these came out. We're talking like 10 or 15 minutes of work here, and these headlights look fantastic. And with the coat of wax on them, hopefully they last a little while. But I wouldn't be surprised if next year it had they yellowed a little bit over the course of a year, and I had to hit them again. But luckily, you know, 5 minutes of work and I'm good to go. So when you notice your headlights are cloudy, don't pay somebody to do it. You can easily do it yourself. Thanks for watching.